Hello and welcome. In today's video we are going over one very iconic Mercedes. This is the Mercedes Benz SLR McLaren and you can pick it up from the used car dealership right now for 524,500, just under 525,000 credits, or you can pick it up brand new from the Mercedes Benz dealer in Grand Central for 600,000 credits. Now, what makes this vehicle iconic? So the Mercedes Benz SLR McLaren was a joint project between Mercedes Benz and McLaren. At the time that this vehicle was created, Mercedes Benz actually owned 40% of the McLaren group. So they joined up together and designed this absolutely stunning vehicle. Even by modern day standards, this is still a super beautiful vehicle. Now this car was actually introduced or announced by Geneva in 1999, but only went into production from 2003 and ended in 2010, producing 2,157 cars. So the vehicle was not only stunning to look at, but it was extremely powerful. Being powered by a 5.4 liter supercharged M155 SLR V8, the vehicle put out between 620 brake horsepower and 640 depending on the specific model you got. Now, the one in Gran Turismo 7, this vehicle puts out 616 brake horsepower. The standard car has a top speed of 330 kilometers per hour. Now the vehicle actually comes in at a weight of 1,768 kgs, but now by today's standards that is extremely light. But back when this car came out, that was 200 kgs lighter than the SL55 AMG. So having that much power in a light vehicle, I say that with quotation marks, meant this vehicle was extremely quick and good at everything. No matter if you wanted to take it around corners, if you wanted to take it down straight away, this car was good at it. Now, how does it feel in Gran Turismo 7? So, coming around Kyoto Driving Park, the car has a substantial amount of oversteer. The minute you put your foot down, those rear tires are lighting up. So some people may see this as, oh, this is awesome, or you could take it as being like, okay, this car can't really handle its power, but you are still able to really push it because the braking system is able to slow you down in time. There's a really good braking system, in fact. Then when it comes to handling, the way the suspension is set up, it is a bit more on the stiffer side. It's not full on race car, but it is not as soft as a lot of modern sports cars you'll find while playing this game. So when it comes to cornering, you can be a bit aggressive, but just remember, with that large amount of oversteer that does happen quite often, the thing is, it's not a consistent thing where every time you get on the power, the rear wheels are gonna light up. It just happens every now and then to a point where it will actually catch you off guard. So you do need to be paying attention when driving this vehicle. But I mean, even in its standard form, coming down the straightaway at Kyoto Driving Park, it's not a very long straightaway and you see yourself doing just under 250 kilometers per hour. Now that's the thing, with the supercharged 5.7 liter V8, it's not really propelling you that fast. I mean, we see other vehicles, for example, the rough CTR3 that we went over yesterday, that also came out around the same time period, and the car was able to go well over 250 coming down the same straightaway. But that car is a lot more expensive. But there's just modern sports cars that can do that same speed for a lot cheaper. As I said, the SLR is a 2009 model, so we cannot expect brand new performance. But even with it being old, it still gives a really good ride overall. But now, since we cannot really enjoy the performance and we really want a lot more out of the vehicle, well, we can head on over to a tuning shop. Now, after spending a lot of money, because this vehicle has stage 5 weight reduction, which takes out a whopping 500 kgs, but that also costs 500,000 credits, 500,000 to remove 500 kgs. Now depending on how try hard you are or how down bad you are to be liking the Mercedes Benz and you want to make it the ultimate it can be, you can spend $500,000 to remove 500 kgs, but in my eyes I don't say it's worth it. Now after you do that and add all of the other power upgrades to this vehicle, you are left with 850 brake horsepower and 1219 kgs. So the weight brings it down substantially, making it a lot lighter than standard, and the power is gone up to 850. But 850 isn't really where this car needs to be. Now we'll explain in a minute, but first we're gonna head on over to GT Auto and I'm gonna show you the customization for this vehicle. So for the front lip, you only have one option, and you have no side skirts, you have no rear diffuser, but you do have the ability to add a custom wing. That's all the real customization you can do to the vehicle. There's not really that much mods you can do to it, and look, after you do that and you want to head back out onto track, I'm gonna be completely honest here, I'm not gonna waste any time dragging it along. The car's not where it needs to be. The SLR needs a bit more power. I mean, coming down the straightaway, you see that you are doing just about hitting 300 kilometers per hour before you need to start braking, which is good, but somehow the car doesn't feel fast. It doesn't give you a sense of, okay, you know what, I'm going extremely fast, this car is rapid. It's doing 300, but it doesn't feel like it. The car takes a bit longer to get to 300. Yes, it hits that mark, but it just doesn't feel like it got there fast enough. It should be a lot faster than it actually is. And I wish if we were even able to just get about 950 horsepower, then I could say, you know, it's actually really worth it. But even using this vehicle around the hypercar parade against the other more modern supercars and hypercars in the game, the car really, you can just tell the car's age. You can feel that it's old. And I mean, if you look at like using other sports cars, supercars from that time period, you don't really feel it. But for some reason the SLR just really feels old and you can feel that it's outdated. But if you nail the tune, or if you just want to try mine out, it's gonna be at the end of the video. But if you nail the tune, the handling on this vehicle is sublime. It's such a good setup in this vehicle that you can take corners flat out. But the only real problem is, as I said before, just with like when the vehicle was standard, is that it just oversteers at random points. Like you can be taking a corner in a normal fashion and then all of a sudden, bah, the car wants to throw itself sideways and you need to catch it or else you're spinning out. It's really something that you can probably fix by tweaking your differential, which I didn't even bother to do because I wanted to see just how good the SLR was without deep diving into tuning settings. So you can fix that issue, but to be honest with you, as I said, you're spending 600,000. Then if you want to go full on try hard and get it to its peak performance level, you're gonna spend another 500,000 for stage 5 weight reduction, and honestly it is not worth it because there's no even events to say, okay, you know what, if you downgrade the vehicle then you can't really do well in this event. Maybe the WTC 600 around Tokyo Expressway, you can make a tune for it, but honestly I don't really see you earning your money back, and the SLR to me, it just feels like it's lacking something. So look, it's very expensive, and for what you get for it, I don't think it's worth it at all. I know someone's gonna be upset with me saying this, but look, it's the truth. So with all this being said, I hope you guys did go on to enjoy this video. Don't forget, leave a like and subscribe for more Gran Turismo 7 content, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.